When you hear the name Pontiac, it probably conjures up images of big block GTOs or old school Firebirds or maybe the brutal LS1 powered Trans Am. Well, this isn't a tire shredding muscle car. This is a Pontiac G6 GTP. I like Pontiac. My first car was actually a Firebird, but I gotta admit, I did not have the highest expectation for this car. GM didn't have the best reputation for quality in the mid-2000s, and American V6s have a tendency to be underwhelming. But I'm glad I got to take it on a test drive, because the G6 GTP is definitely better than expected. Before we get into the specs, let's address the car's exterior. Your opinion on the way this car looks depends entirely on your opinion of mid-2000s front-wheel drive coupes. With the short hood, the slanted windows, and the long rear end, it definitely resembles the cars of the time. Personally, it's not really my style. To be honest, I kind of think it looks like a slug. But it's a good-looking car, appearances are subjective, I like the rear end a lot, and the big 18-inch wheels are pretty hot. My guess is that if you like the look of Accord coupes, Mitsubishi Eclipses, or Chevy Cobalts, you can appreciate the looks of this car. So the GTP is not your standard G6. It's powered by a 3.9-liter naturally aspirated V6 that pushes about 240 horsepower. It goes from 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. Like I said, it's no Trans Am, but it's pretty quick. 3.9 liters is pretty big for a V6. It definitely has some get up and go to it. Low end torque isn't bad, but it really picks up in the upper middle RPMs. The throttle response is impressive. You do get instant power at every point in the RPM range. Honestly, I know I'll get some flack for this, but if you were to tell me there was a tiny V8 under the hood, I'd probably believe you. I really do wish this one had a manual transmission in it. The automatic is smooth and pretty responsive. It's not a bad transmission, but I think a 6-speed manual, which they did offer in these, would really wake this car up. The GTP has some suspension upgrades over the regular G6. It's tuned a little more firm and sporty with stiffer sway bars in the front and rear. So the car is faster in a straight line than I would have expected. And I guess that's fair, it's almost a 4-liter V6. The automatic transmission isn't bad, but it's almost like it's reluctant to downshift. Like when you press down on the pedal, it takes a second, so it's like, are you sure? And then it decides to go. But yeah, when you press down on the gas, and then it downshifts. Okay, it's pretty fast though. We're at 60 now. We're at 80. I mean, that was 80 though.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think we were gonna make it that time. I do like it more after that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like it more after that too. It does have the shiftable automatic. I haven't really tried that yet. So yeah, it's cool, like still having the ability to shift, but it's not a manual. I mean, a stick shift is a whole different experience, but that's cool that it's there. The steering is really, really light and responsive. I like the steering in this car a lot. It's a fun car though. You can definitely have some fun in this thing. It finds a good middle ground between performance and comfort. It's soft enough to give you a peaceful ride, but it's still a lot of fun around the corners. The Pontiac handles really well until it doesn't. The steering is responsive and incredibly light, and the relatively meaty tires give you plenty of grip. It's fun around the bends, but it's not a race car. The vehicle has its limits. Push it a little too hard and you'll start to feel some serious body roll. It's enough to make you lose a little confidence and let off the gas. However, as a daily driver, it's really nice. Let me tell you, the car is comfy. I really do enjoy the interior of this car. It's trimmed out nicely with a well-designed dash, chrome accents, and comfortable electric seats. It's a lot of luxury for an American car from 2006. You sit low enough in the cabin to feel like you're really in control of the machine. It's a comfy, kind of homey experience. I mean, you could comfortably drive this thing all day without getting tired. It's a truly good driving experience. The back seats might be another story, but if they're sitting in the back seat, that means they didn't pay for it, so who cares? All in all, I'm pleasantly surprised with my experience with this car. It's a jack of all trades. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's fun, and for the insanely low prices these cars are going for right now, you do feel like you're getting a lot of car for the money. I made a mistake by going into this thinking about Trans Am and GTOs. It's not the same type of car. It's not meant to compete with a WS6 around the track. The GTP is a comfy, sporty cruiser that you could take on vacation. With definite performance upgrades over the standard G6, a fancy interior, and sleek body lines, it proves itself to be a genuinely good car.